Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Burhanuddin, and then here to tell you, I would like to present about my journal with titled A Study on Grammar Teaching at an English Education Department in an EFL Context. It is written by Saiful Effendi, Umi Rohyati, Ukhti Al-Muhanifah Rohman, Aulia Dwi Rohmawati, and then Dati Pertiwi. This research I found from English Education Department in University of Ahmad Dahlan. Ahmad Dahlan University. And then let's go to the abstract. And then the abstract and the purposes of this study are: first, to find out the approach used in teaching grammar, and the second, to describe the difficulties encountered by students in studying grammar, and the third is to find out the students' grammar ability. As we know that for certain people it's hard to learn, and it depends on the learner's background and then the lecturer's capability and how the capability to deliver the material about the grammar, and then the environment of the learners or the teachers or the lecturer. Learning grammar. Grammar is one of the language aspects. Therefore, someone who learns a new language formally in general will be given grammar lessons. Of course, this depends on the level of the students who are learning. Learning grammar is an important activity in language learning. Yes, every language must has its own grammar learning. I mean, every language has its own grammar system. And then let's continue. Problems in learning grammar. According to Ellis, 2009, number 144, the difficulty in learning grammar can be grouped into three, namely the difficulties associated with environmental factors of language, with linguistic factors, and psychological difficulties. Factors related to language environment are how often the input obtained from the environment. Linguistic factors refers to the nature of the grammar of a language, and psychological factors refers to the ability to learn. Yes, that we can consider that the main factors of learning grammar is linguistic and then psychological. There's these 2 points of how a learner can know and understand about how to use grammar properly. And then the method. The method of the study is descriptive in nature. The data obtained are analyzed using quantitative and qualitative analysis. The research population is English department students in semester 2, 4, and 6. Samples were taken randomly. Okay, let's see the result. Oh no, not yet. The technique used to collect data includes observation in the classroom, testing, and distributing questionnaire. Observation technique was used to observe the approach taken by the lecturers in teaching grammar. The test was used to obtain data on students' mastery of grammar and to know the difficulty students in grammar. So let's continue to the next slide. Well, the students have the perception that the approach used by the lecturers was appropriate with their needs. On the other hand, the students stated that from of the approach used, students prefer a deductive approach. This can be seen in the following table. Well, you can see by yourself about the table on the screen. There are three questions of this questionnaire. Okay, let's continue to the next slide. And then this is the research of students' grammar mastery. There is four aspects of of the of the research. There there are four, and score interval, frequency, percentage, and in category. We can see the most students are in fair category, and then the lowest percentage, it is 7.40%, with the highest is 30.72%. Let's go to the next slide. And it is the students' problems in grammatical item. There are 5 items grammar level of in this research. The lecturer or the teacher deliver 5 grammar level, and they are basic structure, pre-intermediate structure, and then intermediate structure, pre-advanced structure, and then the last is advanced structure. And we can find the grammatical difficulties in each grammar level. And next, the overall the student's mastery of the grammar on completing the grammar course is at the fair level. From a more detailed analysis, it is known that the higher the level of grammar studied, the more obstacles encountered by the students. Yes, we can conclude that the higher level of grammar, so we can find more obstacles, and it may took longer time to understand the material of the grammar. Absolutely. And then is conclusion. Based on the result of the research and discussion, the conclusion can be drawn as follows. First, the case of the use of learning methods, the students proved to be suitable to the method used by lecturers, namely by providing an understanding of pattern or sentence formula first. The second, there are some aspects of grammar that become problems for the students, such as the different structure between Indonesian and English. The third, level of students' grammar mastery. Um, well, in this research, the researchers tried her or his research in Indonesian people that learning English. We can know that in the second point, that between Indonesian and English. Well, I think that's all of my presentation. So Any question?